Yes, dear friends, welcome. Let us again try our best, even today, like till yesterday, to dedicate ourselves in the understanding of the truth, the reality, in the understanding and acceptance of what should be our ultimate goal, and in the clear understanding of what should be our continuous, constant efforts called as sadhanas. May these efforts be made fruitful by the entire Guru Parampara, Guru Krupa, Ishvara Krupa. That at every moment we are very clear regarding what we are doing, what we have to do, and where to we have to reach or achieve. May these things never be forgotten by us even for a moment. That is the fulfillment in the life's maturity, where exactly we know what to achieve, exactly we know what to do, and exactly we are doing that alone to achieve what is supposed to be achieved. All these will happen with our consistent study of the Shastras and our upasana to the Lord and our prayers to our Guru and Shruti Mata. Keeping all that in mind, let us have today also our 7-8 classes as dedicatedly as possible. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavadu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryamkaravavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharusibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya. Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Vyasaya Vishnurupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanidhaye Vasisthaya Namo Namaha. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutrabhashyakrutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram. Om Guru Pungava Pungava Ketanate Samatamayadam Nahi Kopi Suddhi Sharanagata Tattvanidhe Bhava Shankara Deshigame Sharanam. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatetam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhe Sakshibhutam Bhavatetam Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om Parabrahmane Namaha Shruti Matre Namaha Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Namaha. Shri Vedavayasa Vaishampayana Yajnavalkyaadi Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Bhashyakaraya Adya Shankara Sadgurave Namaha. Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Sankalpaha Sarvesham Tesham Gurunam Devatanam Parabrahmanah Shrutimatu अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थानजागरणविश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृते निष्ठितानां समस्तसाधकभक्तसेवकोपासकजिज्ञासुसंस्थापकानां बाह्याभ्यन्तरशत्रुविघ्ननिर्मूलननिवारणद्वारा समस्त साधना संपदा अनुकूलतानां शक्तीनां अवाप्ति द्वारा नित्य निरंतर धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम अस्माकं साधकानां अभे आयुरारोग्यैश्वर्यक्षेमस्थैर्यादिप्राप्त्यर्थं श्री रुद्रप्रश्नस्य पारायणं श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः श्री आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। रक्ष रक्ष परिपालय परिपालय। रुद्रम अनुवाकाश 3 and 4. ओम अत श्री रुद्र प्रश्नः। ओम नमः सहमानाय निव्याधिन आव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे स्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायोनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः सृकाविभ्यो जिगाघं सद्भ्यो मुष्णतां पतये नमो नमो सिमद्भ्यो नक्तञ्चरद्भ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नमः उष्णीषिणे गिरिचराय कुलुञ्चानां पतये नमो नम इषुमद्भ्यो धन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आयच्छद्भ्यो विसृजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो स्यद्भ्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आसीनेभ्यः शयानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सपद्भ्यो जाग्रद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तिष्ठद्भ्यो धावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्योऽश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नम आव्याधिनेभ्यो विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम उगणाभ्यस्तृगंहतेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शत्रुभ्यः संग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः ईशुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यः श्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्वभ्यः श्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अत श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीयारण्यकांतर्गत तैत्तिरीयोपनिषद ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। अथ शान्तिमन्त्रः। ओम शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि हृदं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानंदवल्ली शांति मंत्रः। ओम शन्नो मित्रः शं ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ पंचमोऽनुवाकः। ओम विज्ञानं यज्ञं तनुते कर्माणि तनुतेऽपि च विज्ञानं देवाः सर्वे ब्रह्मज्येष्ठमुपासते विज्ञानं ब्रह्म चेद्वेद तस्मात् चेन्न प्रमाद्यते। शरीरे पाप्मनो हित्वा सर्वान् कामान् समश्नुतैते तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्मात् विज्ञानमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मानन्दमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्रियमेव शिरः मोदो दक्षिणः पक्षः प्रमोद उत्तरः पक्षः आनन्द आत्मा ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Having saluted Parabrahma, Sutimata, all Brahma Vidyacharya, Rishimuni Gurudevata, especially to Vedavyasa, Vaishampayana, Agnivalkya, and our Bhashyakara, Adi Shankara, and also all the Gurus who are blessing us in this pursuit of spirituality. First of all, the basic thing which we miss generally is the world starts from us. World is there for us. Therefore, before trying to understand the world or possess the world, involved in the world, we have to understand ourselves. After understanding ourselves, then from that standpoint, looking at the world, relating to the world is the Adhyatmika Jivana Shaili. Self or individual or the subject is not at all taken into consideration or not sufficiently taken into consideration, but only the outer world is observed, understood, then related, then lived. That type of life is called as the samsara. Most of the people in the world, including us, try to know something or the other about the world, but we are not trying to know about ourselves. Whether it is the body, how to protect it, how to take care of it, whether it is our own energy levels, how to conserve them, whether it is a mind level, what is its nature, what is its functional ability, where it goes wrong, when it becomes liability, how to make it an asset, how to make a proper curbing and control of it, how to make right use of it. All these things are seldom learned anyway. We ourselves can see our own life from childhood till now. How many times in which many places that we are taught that we have a mind, it is a powerful instrument, it has got so many capacities that can be used negatively or positively. We were never taught all that. We just are misusing them, abusing them, victimized by their unruly behavior. Our own faculties. There is no samsara outside, is it not? Outside what is there is Bhagwan's created Jagat, Vishwa, Prapancha. But it is only because our mismanaged mind that we make that outer world as samsara and we suffer inside, trouble others also outside. So to the Vijnanamaya, so to the Ananda, so to actually what is our essential self. Though it is very, very sublime and subtle, but we have to keep an eye on that and try to understand that also. In our Upanishadic classes, in our spiritual classes, the I is taken up for inquiry. I with the Upadis, I without the Upadis. I with the Upadis is Jiva and Upadis are these Panchakosha Adi. And I without the Upadis, pure Parabrahma, his nature, his gunas, and his powers, etc. So, this knowledge should always be there. In the light of this knowledge, with all so many details which we are not discussing now, when we are very thorough in this light of this knowledge, when we look at the world is understood in a matured manner. Then our relating with the world also will be in a perfect manner by which neither we suffer because of world nor we make the world to suffer. आध्यात्म ज्ञान का ये देन है कि हम सबके भलाई में जुटते हैं, किसी के नुकसान नहीं करते हैं और खुद को भी कैसे बचाना सीख सकते हैं in आध्यात्मिक सीकर. And a one who is more thorough of the knowledge of the self through study of the Upanishads and is really means business, he keeps that as goal. We are trying for that. One, the Brahma Atma in us becomes goal, and we are trying for that. To that extent, we being away from the involvements of the worldliness, not involving the world beyond requirement itself is mukti from the world. We get that. And in the pursuit of the self, when we become deeper and deeper, first in our understanding, second in our thorough practice of meditation, etc., third in that experience. Then, as claimed by, proclaimed by our great rishis and munis, that is infinite bliss, that is complete liberation or freedom from all bondages. There is no return of samsara, etc., when we reach to our essential self. So we are in that process only through our daily study of all these shastras. So through the study of shastras, the self is recognized from the self standpoint. Now the world is seen. Then it is experienced as my own self, or there is nothing other than the self. Without this vision, in the half baked information of the perceptions of the projections of the mind, we only get misguided and involved in misdoings and getting only the problems in our life. So may the entire Guru Parampara, Parabrahma, Shrutimata make us consistent in the study of Shastra. Result of that study, we should become absolutely, completely, fully matured in every understanding required so that our life at no moment is with any mistake or the fault born out of the ignorance and we suffer the consequence. None of these things should happen. Every moment with full complete knowledge, with full alertness, whatever response we have to give to the world, whatever the initiatives we have to take in the world, whenever we have to need to withdraw from the world, all this should happen so perfectly that not even a little trace of mistake which leads to any दुख और the regrets. ऐसा हमारा जीवन होने का हमें प्रयास करना है. Right now, our mind's intellects are very little meager data. So go on studying Shastras repeatedly and try to be contemplative also by being introverted. Then these wisdoms, these knowledges keep start coming as to what for I have to live, how to conduct, etc., how I have to relate to the world. When the world approaches me in this or that form, how I have to respond to the world, all should be pakka. Every moment, there should be nothing not known and nothing wrongly done. Everything is thoroughly known and the knowledge only is in Shastra. Through the regular study of all the Shastras, maximum Shastras, we should be very well informed regarding everything, our conducting in the world. Whatever the type of conduction we need in whichever the situation. It's a very healthy situation or the miserable situation or some situations of some losses etc. हर जगह पे मुझे क्या करने से सही सही रहता है क्या नहीं करने से सही रहता है वो हमको जानकारी होनी. Excellent that knowledge if we can have that. Many a times we have knowledge, but still we have to keep quiet because the other part is not ready to listen. So, having knowledge is one thing, whether it should be used or not in that context is another thing. That maturity also we should have. In some places, people are not at all related, but they deserve our wisdom and they accept it. So, there we can show it. In other places, we ourselves are not fully wise, so we should have the wisdom to receive the wisdom from others, those who know, because no human being can have the knowledge of all the things all the time. एक ही नहीं carpentry. I don't know. I have to take the help of carpenter only. Like that. Every time, every knowledge should be there with us, but may not be there with us. Therefore, we should have the other knowledge. That whoever have the knowledge from them, we have to seek the help. These are part of knowledge. In this way, our life would be full of crystal clear, matured knowledge of Shastra to conduct every moment. सुबह उठने से रात में सोने तक 24 घंटे ज्ञान के आधार पर हमारा जीवन होना है. शास्त्रीय ज्ञान के आधार पर जिससे हमारा साधना अच्छा होता रहे, not the samsara and lost in the world. May all of us have that. Now, one of the ways of studying is our own Panchakoshas. When I understand my Panchakoshas and my relation with the total world of Panchakoshas, I can understand every Panchakosha. Then, when I know that I am a Jiva, identified with the Panchakosha, then I know the Samashti also, Hiranyagarbha, is functioning through Panchakosha, and then any other being also in Jivas, they also are identified with Panchakosha as Jiva suffering. When I discover myself to be the self beyond, then even beyond the Mahat Brahma, there is the Parabrahma Tattva. And so too, behind every of the seeming individual, what is there is same self. See, if this knowledge become very thorough, absolutely, doubtless, convinced, our behavior will be different. All the mind's vagaries, they become meaningless of the ragas or the dveshas or the competitions or the fightings. When one Brahman alone is there behind everyone, or when everyone's mind are same like my own, how can I quarrel with other minds or the total mind? All that will be ignorance and delusion related are all these minds projections caught up in which we keep on suffering. Everything gets eliminated. And in practice, if we can discover that Brahma Anubhuti, उसका आना होने के बाद तो then सर्वम हमें अहमेवा. Everything, whatever, wherever is me alone, that eternal me, the immutable me, the changeless me. In that changeless, immutable, eternal me, the ocean, so many waves come and go. So many sthula sukshma karanas are appearing and disappearing. Please let us come to one state of understanding in our life as early as possible. In this world, there is no birth or death. In this world, there is only appearance and disappearance, projection and rejection of projection. That's it. Five elements come together, appeared as the Deha. When they go back to their original source, it is disappeared. That's it. And anything appears will have to disappear also. And then get entertained when in between appearance and disappearance, the things or the upadhis, etc., are there around us. And using of them is only for this self, only for spiritual sadhana and spiritual siddhi. This is one way. So, Annamaya Kosha, how much we have become aware of it. If we really become aware, at least to 10-20%, our identity with the Annamaya should have reduced by now. Pranamaya Kosha, have we become aware of that? Pranamaya Kosha permeating the Annamaya inside. If we have really studied that thoroughly, it should have helped us in coming to live at the Pranamaya Masmi level. Then go to the Manomaya. Have we understood the Manomaya Kosha? As said in the Shruti Mata Upanishad. To that extent, the Anna Prana Tadatma gets reduced. But Mano also is not final. Vijnanamaya is there. If one can give importance and value to Vijnanamaya Kosha with its thorough understanding, he is becoming more and more evolved, more and more matured, more and more spiritual sadhaka, and less sufferer of samsara, because all samsara maximum is there at the Anna Prana Mana level. If the Vijnana is misguided by them, then Vijnana also will be part of the enemy group. But if the Vijnana is exposed to the Shastra Jnana in its clear understanding and is able to command Prana, Mana and Anna also, then that life is highly matured life. We should have that Vijnanamaya Kosha attention. Fill that Vijnanamaya Kosha with Shastra Jnanam so much as we saw just now in the beginning, that no moment we are doing wrong things because of the promptings and influence of Anna, Prana and Mana. Whether it is a outer Vyavahara, whether it is our own personal Vyavahara, whether it is in our own inner Antakarana, whether in spirituality. There should never be any wrong step. That's possible when Vijnanamaya Kosha is rightly used by filling it with the Jnanam of Shastra, and the Karta and Vijnanamaya Kosha should live according to that only. All these things we try to see. We tried. And when we contemplate, that seeing becomes knowledge and that can be remembered, and accordingly we can live. These are all subjective. Those who are serious, sincere, they do it. Non serious, non sincere, superficially just listen and leave it. Not much difference between us who are attending classes regularly and not attending people. Because after listening, if you are meaning business and if you are thoroughly understanding by contemplation and living up to it, then only these knowledge's benefits will come. If not, we and others are safe. हमारा जिंदगी को ऑब्जर्व करते रहना है. After listening to Shastra, am I thorough in the knowledge? In the light of the knowledge, am I living or not? Or my life is continued as if I have never attended Upanishad classes. So with the same Kama Krodhadi, with all Ragadeshadi, with all the Ahankaradi. If the same thing is going on, so the knowledge has not worked, we have not received it. So let us not be like that. Let us receive knowledge, accept that knowledge. Let us live that knowledge. Now, Vijnanamaya Kosha explained, and every Kosha is nothing but Brahman only, Mahat Brahma. So, Mahat Brahma Upasana kare. So, then this Jiva at each Kosha level will be safe and secure, well taken care of by the Mahat Brahma. Just like in any of the organization, when you serve the head takes care of you. Is it not? Head of family, father, serve him, he takes care. Head of the office is the officer, serve him, he takes care. In the same way, head of the universe is Mahat Brahma. If I become his humble servant with all my upadhis, and I also bhakta, by his grace, my upadhis are taken care and all things are properly given on time. This is in the Bhakti Shastra also. Same thing is said. Only there we take the name of Devi, Ganapati, Krishna, and Rama. Here we say Mahat Brahma. Mahat Brahma only is all these avatars. Clear? Now, having seen Vijnanamaya, we have entered into the Panchama Kosha, the Anandamaya. So, yesterday, Bhagavan Shankara struggled to teach us. We also were struggling to understand that Anandamaya is also a kosha. It is not Brahma Tattva, Brahmanamoti. Brahmanamoti is even little higher than, subtler than even Anandamaya kosha. Okay? So the 6 points were told for us to ponder over to get a clear understanding that this Anandamaya, which is said in the sequence in the scriptures, is kosha only, even though Brahma also is Ananda, Anandamaya also is Ananda. There is difference between Brahmananda and Anandamaya kosha Ananda. So the 6 reasons given were, first one is Adhikarat. Topic in discussion is kosha. Suddenly, Brahma Tattva will not be brought here. Second is Mayat Shabdat. Maya is used for all earlier 4 koshas to mean the modification. Mayat Shabda se Vikararthatvat. So, there is a specific Karana for the Ananda, and that Ananda's modifications is called Anandamaya Kosha. So, Vijnana ka modification, Vijnanamaya. Mana ka modification, Manomaya. Anna modification is Annamaya. विकार कहते हैं. सो टू आनंदों का विकारों के साथ रहने वाला कोश आनंदमय कोश है. इट इज नॉट ब्रह्म मयट शब्दातु. थर्ड वन वैसा संक्रमणातु. जीवा will not enter into Brahma Tattva because already that too. But he can identify with each of the kosha because of different reasons. So, Annamayam Upasankramati, Pranayam Upasankramati, Manomayam Upasankramati, Vijnanamayam Upasankramati. These are all the karya, the effects. Anna, Prana, Mano, Vijnana, all of them are the karya of the Akasha Adi. And they are all Anatma. In that sequence only the Ananda also came. Therefore, Anandamaya Upasankramanam is said. Ananda identity is said. Only with Anatma there is an identity. With the self There is no identity, there is only realization. Therefore, Upanishad Mata talked about Anandamaya also, just like for about Anna Prana Mana Vijnana, that the Jiva gets Sankramita into that, identified with that. Because of this Sankramana Shruti also, Anandamaya is kosha only like the other four. It is not Brahma. Because into the Brahma, Sankramanam is not possible. Sankramanam is identification. Only with Anatma you identify. What happens with the Brahma? It is not identity. It is not realization. Because you are already that. I am none of these four koshas or five koshas. But I am identifying with them and as Jiva suffering. With the self, it is not called identity because only with Anatma there is identity possible. With Atma, it is already existing identity realized. It is not identification like it is identification with other four. You know, like I am a man and I am a doctor. I am a doctor is an identification after my study of medicine. By birth, I am not doctor. But I am a man, it is not that type of identity. I am that, that's it. So to Aham Brahmasmi is an Anubhava. It is not an identity. But all the other four are other koshas, anatmas. With them there is identity. In that sequence only the fifth also added. Therefore, Upasankramana Shruti se we know we have to accept there is a kosha, that is Anandamaya. It is not Brahma. Brahmananda is a little deeper than that. Sankramanatu. Fourth one we have seen was ki Shiradi Kalpana Anupapatte. So, to the Parabrahma, which is explained as Adrushye, Anatme, Anirukte, Anilayane, in that way, how can you do the Kalpana of the limbs? You can't. But to Anandamaya, the limbs are told. Therefore, Anandamaya is a kosha, like the other four, it is not Brahma Ananda. So, Shiradi Kalpana is taken as the fourth reason to prove that or to say to us that Anandamaya is a kosha. Why all these discussions is happening? Because the Ananda in the Nidra, Ananda in the Sapna, Ananda that is happening in Jagrat because of some successes achieved or some wanted thing came, we are happy. This is not Brahmananda. Otherwise, we'll get caught up only in this. These Anandas also are one of the kosha only. Brahmananda is beyond even this. You know, even though this Ananda is derived from Brahma only, because Brahman alone is Ananda Swarupa, but that unconditional Ananda of Brahman is different from the conditional Ananda of the Anandamaya Kosha. ये आने जाने वाला आनंद है, वो शाश्वत वाला है, ये कंडीशनड है, ये अनकंडीशनड है, ये उपाधियों में रिफ्लेक्टेड आनंद है, वो स्वरूप का आनंद है. Is it not? In these anandas, I as a jiva I am becoming ananda. There it's not becoming, it's being. Is a being the ananda swarupa is different from becoming anandi, happy. So therefore, ये आनंदमय जो विषयों के स्पर्श वगैरह से होता है, that also is आनंद, सुख और आनंद. It is not Brahmananda. So don't consider that Brahmananda would be like this or this also is Brahmananda. Other people think, whatever they find pleasure in, they think that should continue and that is realization. We love someone. So there's an Ananda. So that should eternally be there. That's how we try. That's all Vishaya Ananda. That's all Anatma Ananda. That is all Anandamaya Kosha Ananda. That is not Brahmananda. So, Shiradi Kalpana Anupapatte. Fourth reason we saw. पंचम रीजन क्या था कि मंत्र उदाहरण अनुपत्ते है. ओके, इन द मंत्र अमोट सी असन्नेव स भवति असद ब्रह्मेति वेद चेत. Okay, this question, this quotation में ये जो discussion हुआ, that is regarding the Brahma Tattva. If you have a doubt regarding a Brahma, you will never reach Brahma. So if you want to reach Brahma, you have to accept it as it is there because its nature is existence. We attentive. This type of doubt कि है या नहीं the Brahma will never come regarding the Anandamaya because Anandamaya Ananda is doubtlessly experienced every day in Nidra. अब निद्रा में जब हो रहा है, how can you say it is not there or it is there? Question cannot come. In the Jagara Swapna, regularly we are having Ananda, for some or the other reasons. So we are experiencing it. When you are experiencing, how can you question? So therefore, when the question is asked, it is not about Anandamaya Kosha. It is about the beyond that is about Brahma. आनंदमय कोश का क्वेश्चन नहीं होना चाहिए. क्वेश्चन मांग पूछ रहे हैं मतलब ये आनंदमय कोश नहीं है. Then what it is Brahma. Because the question is related to the Brahma Tattva, Asti Nasti Wala, therefore this Anandamaya, where there is such question is not possible, is a kosha only. This is how, see the Bhagavan Adi Shankara's subtlety to explain to us the difference between Anandamaya Kosha, Ananda Brahma. Throughout life, keep in mind, Anandamaya Kosha alag hai, Brahma Ananda alag hai. Kosha Ananda alag hai, Brahma Ananda alag hai. Even in the Kosha also Ananda comes. Why it comes, that we are all seeing now. This is the fifth reason. And the sixth one is interesting. What is that? Brahma Pucham Pratishtha. To this Anandamaya Kosha, Pucham is Brahma. Here Brahma is Parabrahma only, no doubt. So how can Anandamaya itself is Brahma and uska Pucham also is Brahma? ऐसा नहीं हो सकता ना. Therefore, Pucham is Brahma in which the Anandamaya Kosha is Pratishtita. Therefore, this is Kosha only, not Brahma. That is what he says lastly. Brahma Pucham Pratishta iti api anupapannam pruthak Brahmana Pratishta tvena grahanam. Taking Brahman as separate and calling it as a Pratishta, the Pucham is not possible if Anandamaya itself is Brahman. Anandamaya is not Brahma Tattva. That is why only Brahma Tattva is mentioned as Pratishtha and Pucha to this Kosha. नहीं तो वो बोलने का जरूरत नहीं होता. Separation and saying. If Anandamaya Kosha is Brahma itself, then mentioning Brahman as separate and putting it as a tail won't be working there. It won't be justifiable. It has to be different only. Then only it becomes Adhara or Pratishtha and it has become your Pucham. So Anandamaya Kosha ka Brahma Tattva Pucha hai, Pratishtha hai. Anandamaya Kosha is not Brahmananda. These are the 6 reasons given. Tasmat, therefore, conclusion, Karyapatitah eva Anandamaya. Anandamaya is in the contextually, Karyapatitah means it is not Karana Rupa Brahmananda, but it is in the list of the Karya only. Like all the above 4 are the Karya, so the 5th one also is the Karya, not the Karana Brahma. Karana Brahma is Parabrahma. From him only Tanmatras, Panchabhutas came, and from that only at the Vyashti and Samashti level, all these koshas have come. Therefore, they are called as the effects or Karya. So, the Anandamaya kosha is Karya Bhuta. Anandamaya is Karya Bhuta, not Karana Bhuta. Therefore, Tasmat Karyapatitah eva Anandamaya, na Paraha eva Atma. It is not the Para Supreme Brahma or Atma. So we have to recognize that Anandamaya Kosha and go even beyond. That is why the meditations, the spiritual sadhanas cannot be enjoyed. They are not enjoyments like the joys of the pleasures, etc. क्योंकि वो भोग हो गया तो इससे कोश हो जाता है वो. It is a bhoga. It is a kosha. And it is for the jiva only. In the Brahmananda, it's not a bhoga. It is realization of the eternal bliss, that's it. When I enjoyed class that day means you are in Anandamaya Kosha. And the other day you have not enjoyed. Is it not? Because you were not in Anandamaya Kosha. In both cases, Kosha only, not in Brahma Tattva. Brahma Tattva is being. It is not an enjoyment feeling of the mind or intellect or any other comforts or conveniences. Hmm. It's a being, it's something beyond only. Today I sat and 2 hours I meditated and I enjoyed it. Means what? You have quietened your mind and you felt that peace and bliss, which is a reflected ananda of a Brahma only, called as Anandamaya Kosha. It is not real Brahmananda. ब्रह्मानंद का डिफाइन नहीं होता फीलिंग की बात नहीं है वो इट इज इवन बियॉन्ड बट इट इज देयर so here in the context ananda is kosha only हो गया now how ananda comes in anandamaya kosha how it is internal to vijnanamaya kosha what are its limbs is it not these three topics are seriously taken by shankara bhagavan to guide us help us make us understand. It is his kindness and compassion. Very, very seriously taken and beautifully explained. We try to see how much we can understand. First, very simple, direct. Ananda iti. The Anandamaya Koshme, whatever the Ananda we feel or experience, that Ananda iti, Vidya Karmanoho Phalam. Clear? Upasana and Punyadi Karma, the phalam of that is the Anandamaya Kosha. Therefore, it is an effect too. It is a karya. In the Brahmananda, it is the nature of the Brahma Tattva that it is infinite, it is eternal, it is existing. That infinite, eternal, conscious existence is experienced as Ananda there. That is not the phala of the upasana or the karma. उपासना करने से पुण्य कर्म करने से the उपास्य देवता has given us some phala. That phala through some medium reached us, and that reached medium when we are contacted, we became sukhi, anandi. Is it not? Like vastus give me ananda, knowledges give me ananda, people give me ananda. So these vastus, people, and all have become means to give me the karma phala or the punya phala or the upasana phala or sukha. So, and it's a very specific thought, very helpful actually, life may. And after that, you will not have attachment to anyone. Ki my own punya karma and upasana karma is getting me sukha through these means. Therefore, the means are only means. They need not be attached to two. Therefore, if I truly deserve happiness by doing the upasana called vidya and punya karma, the reward of that will come to me definitely. If not with this person, through this person, with somebody else. Like when I place an order in our supermarket, if that regular fellow is not there, delivery boy, और किसी को भेजते हैं because I have ordered and I paid for it. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि वो मालिक ही खुद ला कर देता है एंड यूर सरप्राइज जब भाई आप आ गए हो व्हाट हैपेंड द वर्कर्स आजकल त्योहारों का सीजन है वो लोग छुट्टी लिए मैंने कहा आपको जरूरत होगा इसे मैं खुद ही लाया हूँ योगक्षेम बहान Is it not? But in a formality, obligation, may we thank the medium also. Like a postman gives you money, money order. We give him 100 rupees or 10 rupees, depending amount you received, and thank him. He did not give me money. Somebody gave, but he brought up to me, no? So therefore, a gesture of thanks. So to anybody delivers the goods to our house, online purchases, we just a gesture. It's a common sense gesture. Just to in touch with the life or divinity. But otherwise, my own order gave me the result. So my own vidya upasana, my own karma, the punya karma, of that the phala is ananda. Clear? Therefore, if I want to be happy throughout, I have to do the upasanas of the Ishvara as well as punya karma as told by Shastra. देखो कितना आसान हो गया हमारा अंडरस्टैंडिंग अभी खुश रहे ना पुण्य करते रहो बस उपासना करते हो घर में दिन भर पुण्य सुबह दोपहर शाम बाहर जाकर कुछ सेवा करो पुण्य कर्म Karma upasana mahar punya. Feed somebody, give some money to someone, or any other way of help you can do. There's so many ways where niswartha seva is done, all that is accounted for the punya. Same niswartha seva is done for clear understanding of antakarana shuddhi, then it doesn't become punya, it becomes means of sadhana. This is the difference between doing punya karma for the phala, doing punya karma for the antakarana shuddhi. Punya karma as well as upasana karma. There should be no doubt in that. Like when I am doing Hanumanji's upasana, let's say, or anybody, Ganapati. So, antakarana shuddhyartham, tadanantaram paramatva praptyartham. If this is done, then this upasana will not give me the urdhva lokas. Because my sankalpa is this. But in the upasana, if I say uttama loka praptyartham, airagya sukha praptyartham, then that will become a punya karma or upasana karma, cause for the sukha bhoga. Then that Ishvara, seeing all upasanas, he blesses us. There is no doubt at all. Please remember the presence of the divinity and their response to all our upasanas and punya karmas. ये सारे अधिष्ठान देवताएं हैं, वो लोग अपना ये काम कर ही रहे निरंतर. So one thing we have become very clear, thank God today. Vidya karmanoho phalam anandam. Okay, ananda iti vidya karmanoho phalam. Anandamaya KOSHA Ananda is Vidya. Therefore, keep on doing upasanas and punya karma. Again, opposite hai, upasana kiya hi nahi. Lived life exactly opposite to what Lord said through Shastras. And also, instead of punya karma, we went on doing papa karma. Then the same place where we are supposed to have Ananda, will only have the Dukkha. It is so simple, but it doesn't click because we don't listen. We even listen now with our own biasedness, our own absent-mindedness, our own ego we listen, our own conditioned mind. And सबसे बड़ा जादू वाली बात, we listen not to understand and accept. Why do we listen? We don't know, but we'll never understand, we don't accept. Many of us do that. सुनते हैं ना समझने के लिए ना स्वीकार करने के लिए, but सुनी जा रहे. And that's the most funny person. And most of them are like that. People don't say outside, Swamiji, what you are saying, I'm not going to accept. But they decide inside not to accept. Still they listen. Otherwise, if whatever is said is accepted, अब तक तो हम कहाँ तक पहुँच जाते? This is very आश्चर्य विषय it is. We nod our head, we give our ears, but we don't register, we don't accept it. Then why do we acknowledge it? Actually the highly matured process kya hai? You are clear regarding two things. This is what is your doubt. First, clarity. Second, this guru will clear that doubt. With that faith, you go to guru. Then you put your problem in front, like a doctor patient. Then the guru gave answer. You go and practice it, and you report to him. See what you said, oh guru, I have done it. It gave me the result. Thank you. But have you done this even once with ever any of the guru? अगर जिंदगी में हमारे गुरु है, इतने हमारे 80-70 साल में, have you reported even once? We can't because we never practiced. Why? We never accepted, but we heard. This is called Dhritarashtra's Lakshana. He listens, but he will not accept the higher wisdom. He is addicted to his own lower ignorance. So, हम अपने अहंकार से उत्पन्न हमारे स्वाभाविक जीवन शैली को ही पसंद करते हैं. गुरुओं से मिलने वाला ज्ञान को हम प्राधान्यता नहीं देते. These are very subtle diseases. Means in spiritual path, these are subtle obstructions in the path of evolution. But यहाँ तक कौन है जाने को तैयार? They say instantly some result a guru, a Mahatma should give of removing my dukkha, give me the business profits. If not, let me go to other guru. Is it not? So we don't listen actually. So now let us listen once for all. Anandaha vidya karmanoho phalam. Ananda comes to us when we do upasana and punya karma. So therefore, either do the adhyatmic sadhana or do upasana or punya karma. Don't spare yourself without doing some of these three, one of these three things. Only those 6 hours of rest allowed, the remaining 18 hours, Brahma Vidya or Upasana Vidya or Punyadi Karma. Lage raho. That is how we are investing for our better future. So a clarity is given by Adi Shankar Bhagwan. Thank you, sir. Anandaha Vidyakarmanoho. Ananda iti Vidyakarmanoho phalam. Okay. Now, what is then Anandamaya? Tad Vikaraha Anandamayaha. That Vikaraha means what? We have done different type of Punya and Upasana. Sometimes very sincere, not sincere sometime. Okay. Sometime we have done with all process followed, sometimes not so. Therefore, Sukha or Ananda, though is a result, but not the same all the time. It will be different. That's why it's called Vikara. Maya is Vikara, not a stable same Ananda. Because the invested Punya and Upasana are not same. Therefore, Anand aa raha hai, lekin Vikara wala Anand. That's why someday with the same person you are most happy, other day less happy, another day very less happy. So too with the objects. Is it not? Ananda to aa raha hai, but not same. There's a vikara, there's a difference in Ananda level because of the punya ityadi. Like when you go to the shop, rice ka dukan, chawal. So it depends on your amount paid. There is 40 रुपए का किलो चावल भी है, 140 का भी. अभी इस पे 20 वैरायटी है. So all is anna only, rice. But then it is not the same depending on the amount you pay. And why the rice is different again is because of the difference in the land there, where it has grown, because of the seeds there, because of the other fertilizers or any of manure you have added. इन सब कारणों से एक कार्य अलग अलग रहता है. So here also Ananda is upasana and karmanoho phalam tasya vikaraha anandamayaha. That is why nobody is same way Ananda all the time. With the same, your own grandchild. As much Ananda you feel at one time, next time you may not. थोड़ा कम होता है. होता है. We're talking about आनंद, we're not talking about दुख. दुख का हम बात ही नहीं कर रहे. We're talking only about आनंद. What is a vikara? दो बातें हो गए. तद विकारः आनंदमय. Now आनंद is विद्या कर्म का फल है. आनंदमय is that फल का आनंद का विकार है. Now it should be explained that it is inside Vijnanamaya Kosha. Some effort are put by Bhagavan Adi Shankara to bring to our notice that there is Anandamaya. It is only a Kosha. It is not Brahma Tattva. That was proved in those 6 things. What is Anandamaya? It is explained. Now it is inside the Vijnanamaya is being explained. Therefore it is there. It is inside Vijnanamaya. It is subtler than Vijnanamaya. It is permeating all the Vijnanamaya. Therefore that Anandamaya should be our real Atma. पुण्य करते जाओ आनंद पाते जाओ. Our life should be healthy physically, monetarily perfect, relations are good, friends are good, everything should be excellent. Never even one dukkha should come. How will it happen, sir? Your upasanas, your punya karmas. So if I am suffering physically, I am suffering in my relations, means lot of papa we have done. Otherwise, suffering will not come. Suffering is caused by the papa only. पता नहीं क्या क्या हुए किए होंगे. Be clear, there should be no ambiguity for everyone. If I am suffering means I have done the पाप. Otherwise भगवान ऐसे थोड़ी देते हैं बिना कोई पाप का दुख. So too, if someone you see so happy, everything is going on well, that means they have done lot of punya. Whether they are spiritual people or they non-spiritual. पुण्य पाप का spirituality से कोई संबंध नहीं. Anybody can be punyatma and papatma. A non-spiritual person also can do lot of punya and he can become happy as a reward for that punya karma. That's why, why these people never go to temple, never do any puja adi. But how come they are rich and all? They have done other sevas. They might have given food to so many, given money to some people. They might have taken care of so many. Uska phal hi hai. Like big industrialists, you don't see any spirituality they are doing. But they have करोड़ों पैसे कहाँ से आए? So they have done in their life some punya karma. Lot of they have done. Upasana भी किया होगी. Upasana, we are differentiating it from spirituality. For us, right now, spirituality means only Brahma Tattva Vichara. Okay? Anything other than that is Upasana. Now, what are the ways to understand that Anandamaya is inside the Vijnanamaya? He is trying to tell us. Sahacha means that Anandamaya Kosha, which is the result of Punya and Upasana, and which is with Vikara. Sahacha Anandamaya Kosha, Vijnanamayat Antaraha. Here, Antaraha means understand all the three, not only one meaning. Antara means inside. Not only inside, it means it is subtler. Not only subtler, it is permeating the earlier grosser one. Then the next one is said, in fact, it is a cause because of which that grosser is there. Therefore, it is the Atma even of the that. So, Anyaha, Antaraha, Purnaha, Karanaha, Atma. The inner kosha to the outer one. So the Anandamaya kosha is Anya to Vijnanamaya, Antara to Vijnanamaya, Purna in the Vijnanamaya, Atma of the Vijnanamaya, Karana of the Vijnanamaya. Pancho reason strongly pakad ke rakhna. Okay, the subtler inner kosha has got this type of relation with the grosser outer one. So sahacha Vijnanamayasya antaraha, Vijnanamayatu antaraha, inside subtler. Inside the cause, inside the self. Inside means it is permeating all the nook and corner of Vijnanamaya. This part is statement of facts said by the Shruti. Mata and the gurus have experienced it too on the seat of meditation. ये ऐसे चीजों को हमको निकाल के दिखाए नहीं जाते हैं, बताए जाते हैं, हमको अंदर देखना पड़ता है थ्रू मेडिटेशन. ऑन द सीट ऑफ मेडिटेशन हाउ टू रिकॉग्नाइज my Anandamaya kosha to be inside my Vijnanamaya kosha. Is it not? What they are experiencing, they are teaching. All the Shastras are the experience of the Rishi Muni only. कोई ना कोई का अनुभव ही है वो. तो हमको भी अनुभव करना है अंदर, समझने से फायदा नहीं होता और उसको प्रश्न करने से भी कोई जवाब नहीं मिलता. It is like there's a fact. Anandamaya is inside the Vijnanamaya. You have to find it yourself. I can't show it in this way. Sahaja Vijnanamaya Antaraha. Now, how do you say? Ki yajnadi hetoho Vijnanamayato asya antaratva shrutehe. So, in Shrutis, it is said कि the यज्ञादि का हेतु कौन है? The Vijnanamaya. So within the Vijnanamaya kosha is Ananda. Shruti has said in different places. So first we tell the Shruti's authority only. Statement of fact is this Anandamaya is Antara to Vijnanamaya. The proof is the Shruti Mata has quoted in some place. So Jnana Karmanoho, sorry, Yajnadi Hetoho Vijnanamayat Asya Antaratva Shrutehe. It will be explained. श्रुति में तो बता दिया, हम थोड़ा कोशिश करते हैं कैसा वो अंतर हुआ. हाउ द आनंदमय इज इनसाइड एंड सटलर देन आत्मा ऑफ विज्ञान ओनली. देन वी गो टू आनंद लेवल एंड वी डिटैच फ्रॉम इवन विज्ञान लेवल. तो नेक्स्ट दे से कि नाउ द आंसर ज्ञान कर्मणोः हि फलम भोक्तृर्थत्वातु अंतरतमं स्यात्. From here, the 3-4 sentences only, not many, but each of them are very, 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 very powerful. Okay. See, the jnana here with upasana. Jnana karmanoho, upasana. And karma means all the punya karma, jnana. So, jnana karmanoho, ही फलम किसके लिए है उसको करना? एक फल के लिए. और फल किसके लिए होता है? Be attentive. Bhoktrarthatvat. Bhoktrarthatvat. Bhoktru arthatvat. When the sandhi they come together, it becomes bhoktrarthatvat. Okay? Be attentive. ये भोक्ता के लिए एक ज्ञान कर्म किया जा रहा है ना? भोक्ता हैज टू हैव द भोग ऑफ द आनंद. एंड विज्ञानमय क्या है? सिर्फ करता है. विज्ञानमय करता कर्ता कर्म कर्म के लिए नहीं कर रहा है, भोग के लिए कर रहा है. और भोग किसके लिए होता है? भोक्ता के लिए. इज इट नॉट? नोबडी डज एनी वर्क फुजूल में. बी अटेंटिव. कोई कर्म कर रहा है तो कोई कुछ पाने के लिए ही. जनरल थॉट. नो, हियर पर्टिकुलरली हु इज द कर्ता? Vijnanamaya, which I already proved very exhaustively. So the Vijnanamaya karta is a karta not doing karma of anything. Jnana karma, upasana karma. Not for just like that. He is doing it for the bhoktas bhoga of ananda. Therefore, there is some other kosha, other entity identify that kosha. For him's sake, this Vijnanamaya is doing. Therefore, this Anandamaya, all are me only. Remember, Jiva only at Anna Prana Mano Vijnananda level. But these koshas are subtler than the grosser ones. And the Jiva, he is working through all these koshas for actually the fifth one only, the Anandamaya. Nobody does anything for misery, Ananda. That's why Anandamaya is the inside of all. Here inside is Sukshma, inside is Karana, purpose, उद्देश्य. तो भोक्ता के लिए किया जा रहा है. इस कारण से बी अटेंटिव. विज्ञानमय जो करता है उससे अंदर है ये, इसको इस दृष्टि से एक्सेप्ट करना है. विज्ञानमय is not doing for mano, prana and anna which are outer than it. Vijnanamaya is not doing for its own self. Vijnanamaya is doing for some bhokta to have the bhoga of the ananda. Therefore, for that sake he is doing, therefore he becomes subtler, he becomes internal to him. Bhoktrartatvat antaratamam syatu. This is a simple reason given. Conclusion, as we now just said, कि अंतरतमः च आनंदमयः आत्मा पूर्वेभ्यः. Compared to all other four earlier koshas, this Anandamaya Atma is internal most. And for our simple understanding, itna bolo, Anna Prana Mano Vijnaname, whatever they are doing or not doing is only for Ananda. Therefore, the Anandamaya is the subtler one than all these four. Cause, that way cause, because they are all for him. पर आनंद प्राप्ति कोई ना कुछ कर रहा है, नहीं तो कोई करेगा ही नहीं. For that reason, it is said as inside. Antaratamah cha anandamaya atma purvebhyaha. Now, same thing just explained, which is very obvious to us. Nothing difficult to understand. He says, Vidya karmanoho priyadi arthatvat cha. Is it not? Already we have seen it. Vidya and karma, upasana and karma, कौन क्यों कर रहा है? To become miserable, to become happy only. Here the word used is priya. Priya, moda and pramoda are the vikara, the ananda. They are also ananda only. So priya means ananda only. But because priyameva shiraha, the limbs are going to be spoken. No. Therefore Bhagavan Shankara in advance using those words. So Vidya Karmanoho Priyarthatvat means what? Doing the upasana, doing yajna is for becoming happy. Therefore, that happiness kosha, happiness wala kosha is the subtler than the karma karne wala vijnanamaya kosha. That is what is Shruti Mata is saying. So, next one is what? Vidya karmanoho priyadyarthatvat cha. Then Priyadi prayuktehi vidya karmani. Therefore, the vidya karma are prompted by the demand for happiness, for being happy. That's what is the meaning of Priyadi Prayuktehi Vidya Karmani. Understood? See? So Priyadi Prayuktehi Vidya Karmani. कोई भी विद्या कर्म क्यों कर रहा है? Priyadi Prayukta. That somebody told that when that is done, there will be happiness inside. Therefore, who is pushing the Vijnanamaya Kosha Jiva to do the karma? Who is pushing what? आनंदमय ओनली इज पुशिंग, क्योंकि आनंद के लिए ही विद्या कर्म किए जा रहे हैं. Therefore, आनंदमय कोश is the cause or the internal thing even to the Vijnana. This is how the theory understand. Okay, the internalness of Anandamaya is explained with these reasons. That all the Vidya Karma are only for Ananda. Ananda Abhilasha or Ananda Ka Kamana only making me do Vidya Karma at my Vijnanamaya level. The discussion is विज्ञान है, आनंद है, विज्ञानमय से सूक्ष्म, विज्ञानमय के अंदर विज्ञानमय का आत्मा के रूप में आनंदमय है. ये प्रूव करने का डिस्कशन इज गोइंग ऑन. तस्मात् प्रियादीनां फलरूपाणां आत्मसन्निकर्षात् विज्ञानमयस्य अभ्यन्तरत्वम् उपपद्यते. There are two beautiful things. Yesterday we touched this topic, I remember it. Okay, even today also we said it will come, we'll discuss Kiki, why in Anandamaya Kosha that Ananda is there? We have to ask. The Anandamaya is Anand kyun hai? Kyunki it is very in proximity with the Atma. Okay, so Vijnanamaya mein there is no Ananda, it's only Kartrutva. Atma mein Ananda hai. Because the proximity with Atma, the Anandamaya also is getting its Ananda, which has got its own modification. Therefore, is it not simple common sense logic to accept that the Anandamaya is even inside Vijnanamaya? Yad rakhna, it is actually the other way around. कि in the Parabrahma is Anandamaya, in the Anandamaya Vijnana वगैरह हम 2 महीने 1 महीने पहले बात देख चुके हैं. But we told you that Shruti Mata is helping us, guiding us by taking the standpoint with which we can easily understand, though that is not original purpose of Shruti Mata. What it means is, it is in the Pranamaya there is Annamaya, actually. But then we feel the Prana inside Annamaya because of extreme attachment with the Annamaya Kosha. That is why Annamaya के अंदर प्राण है ऐसा बताया. Otherwise, my prana vayus are coming from the outer air only. The whole Annamaya, mine or yours or Prithvi, is all in the air only outside. Therefore, actually देखा जाए तो कौन किसके अंदर है? It is not the pranamaya के अंदर अन्नमय है. It is truth, not inside Annamaya. But then right now, because of identity with Annamaya so much, we are considering the pranas which are inside my own Annamaya to be my prana. Shruti Mata कहते ठीक है, I have to convey the matter to him. Oh, why should I struggle with him and fight it straight away? He will become embarrassed or he will become naraj, the disciple, the seeker. तो श्रुति माता एक्सेप्ट करके बोली जा रही है. क्या बोली जा रही है? अंदर अंदर अंदर. सो अन्न के अंदर प्राण. इट इज फॉर आवर मेडिटेशन सेक, बट एक्चुअली प्राण में अन्न है. सो टू प्राण के अंदर मन बताया. एक्चुअली माइंड्स परसिवनेस इज मोर देन द प्राणास. देखो, प्राणा शुड बी द कंटेंटर, मन शुड बी कंटेनर. ये सब तुमको पता चलेगा बाद में. हमारा ये लड़ाई नहीं है. आवर पर्पस इज टू रीच द परमात्मा. इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ इंक्वायरी, अन्न के अंदर प्राण, प्राण के अंदर मन, मन के अंदर विज्ञान, विज्ञान के अंदर आनंद, आनंद के अंदर ब्रह्म है. बट व्हेन यू रीच द ब्रह्मन फ्रॉम दैट स्टैंड पॉइंट, व्हेन यू सी ब्रह्म के अंदर ही आनंद है, आनंद के अंदर विज्ञान है, विज्ञान के अंदर मन है, मन के अंदर ही प्राण, प्राण के अंदर पूरा स्थूल ब्रह्मांड, एंड इन दैट वन बॉडी. बात की बात. आवर पर्पस इज नॉट किसका अंदर कौन है. आवर पर्पस इज टू टेक यू टू द सेल्फ. There's no ambiguity in that. Therefore, from this analysis, now we come to the point. Vijnanamaya is there, and we know inside Vijnana is Anandamaya. Then, inside Vijnana is Brahma Tattva. Now that Anandamaya Kosha is becoming Anandi, we have to do, because of its proximity with Brahma Swarupa. Brahma's nature is Ananda. Therefore, विज्ञानमय के अंदर ब्रह्म है, विज्ञानमय में आनंद नहीं है. There is a kosha which is called Anandamaya kosha. It is deriving Ananda because of its proximity with Mano Ananda, Brahma Ananda. Copy करता जाता है वो विज्ञानमय आनंदमय कोश और ब्रह्म आनंद को. Then is it not simple to understand? Therefore, inside Vijnana is Anandamaya, inside Anandamaya is Ananda Brahma. We are trying to say here, in our efforts now going on are to prove that the Anandamaya is Antara to the Vijnanamaya. Therefore, Atma to Vijnanamaya. Therefore, subtler than Vijnanamaya. Yet, it is not Brahma. This is what it is said, ki tasmat priyadinam phalarupanam. Dekho? And in the next paragraph, when Ananda Atma Brahma Pucham Pratishtha, that will be told, that will be a very beautiful discussion. It just removes a lot of cobwebs. Remember, on our mind, intellect, lot of cobwebs of misunderstandings are there, because of which our life is made miserable by us. And all the layers of cobwebs of misunderstandings are removed. When the understanding is pakka, the life is so joyful, so beautiful. So it will remove some notions, it will give some subtle knowledge. We'll touch upon it tomorrow. But today, up to this we have come. The Anandamaya is a kosha, not Brahma, and it is inside the Vijnanamaya because the Vijnanamaya's karta does the Vidya Arupasana for the sake of the Ananda. What is Ananda is a kosha, not I, not Brahma? The 6 reasons already are said. One more thing, because there is proximity with the Ananda Brahma, the Anandamaya kosha is having Ananda in it. But this Ananda of the Ananda kosha is conditional. Therefore, it is not Brahma Ananda. That will be discussed in our next paragraph of the Bhashya. So, tasmat priyadinam phalarupanam atma sannigarshat. Because of the sannikarshata of the Atma only, the priya moda pramoda anandas are coming. Then Vijnanamayasya abhyantarato padyate. Therefore, as we explained now, this Anandamaya must be inside the Vijnanamaya kosha. Now, Priyadi, one example is given. This I will elaborate tomorrow. Priyadi vasana nirvruttaha hi Anandamaya Vijnanamaya ashite swapne upalabhyate. Okay, we all have dream. Definitely. Dream is projected because of Vijnanamaya. But in the dream, inside the dream, did we get the Ananda or not? कभी कभी तो अच्छा सपना भी आया होगा कि आज स्वामी जी ने छुट्टी दे दी. ये ना सपने में भी नहीं आता आजकल. आप स्वामी जी, आप सपने भी सोचना बंद कर दिया. So Vijnanamaya kosha is projecting the dream. ठीक है? But in the dream there is a Anandamaya. Ananda. You have a good, there is an Ananda in dream. You might have gone to a good pilgrim place or any of the natural sceneries, or even you had a good food or nice friends you had and you had a very good interaction with them. You can have many dreams. Excellent. So that Ananda is inside the dream projected by the Vijnanamaya kosha. Therefore, Ananda is inside Vijnanamaya. So simple it is proved. Dream is projected by Vijnanamaya. Inside the dream, Ananda is experienced. Therefore, the Anandamaya kosha is inside the Vijnanamaya kosha. Is there through 3 or 4 reasons, inerness of the Anandamaya kosha to the Vijnanamaya is explained. Now, what are the limbs of this Anandamaya kosha? 5. Shiraha, Dakshina Bhaksha, Uttara Bhaksha, Atma and Pucham. Like we have for all the other earlier 4 koshas. So this one is beautiful. Here mainly the first, second, third are easily understandable. Priyameva Shira, Mudu Dakshina Bhakta, Pramoda Uttara Bhaksha. But the Ananda Atma and Brahma Bhashyam, they need to be elaborated. So from half an hour we'll study, then that clarity will come. Then after this Panchama Kosha is explained, then we will be directed towards the Parabrahma who is beyond all these things. How the Rishi accomplishes that, let us study. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Paramashibhyo Brahmane Namaha Shruti Matre Namo Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. 4-5 minutes, then we'll join for our Yoga Darshana class.